Now, last night, AABLA West Africa also celebrated Atedo Peterside, the chairman of Stanbic IBTC, as Businessman of the Year. We caught up with him after he received his award. Take a look.
Well, the first thing I would say that I'm surprised because I explained when I was given the award that some of us don't expect to win this sort of award usually, because the kind of work that we do, we sort of step on various people's toes. And so that's usually a backlash, and people think, oh, this fellow is too hard, or he's too tough, or it's inflexible, and so on. So usually the kind of people that win awards are those who have who are popular, you know. But it's refreshing. It's unexpected, you know. So and like I said earlier, when I was given the award, that for me, the award is not for me as much as for the teams that worked with me, because I never worked alone. Yeah.
Being the business leader of the year, now what does that even mean to you? What does it mean to be the business leader of the year?
Well, I think it means that, you know, the judges and some people think that I've done something that can pass for being a role model, you know, and I think that is flattering in a sense, but it's also welcome in the sense that, I mean, I know that what I've always done in business is to always try and do the correct thing, always try and do my homework, always try and build a business from, you know, on the right principles, motivate people, guide them, you know, be aggressive but know the boundaries. So I mean, so it's refreshing that that sort of behavior can win an award. Some things you cannot compromise. One of them is integrity. You've got to decide, you know, what kind of human being you are. For me, it was never negotiable. The most important thing was my integrity, because that's something that you're protecting yourself, your family, the legacy you leave. I never wanted to do business in a way that my children would be ashamed. I wanted it to be something real, never trying to cut corners, never knowingly infringing any regulation. So for me, those were the important things, because some people argue that, look, if you respect all the rules and you do the correct thing, you will never be phenomenally successful. But hey, there are degrees of success. I mean, I don't really care. I should not be averagely successful and know that I have a clean record and a clean name, than to be phenomenally successful with a question mark. So I think sometimes too there are trade-offs. We make choices, you know, and I've made my choices.
But you were at the center of the privatization of Nigeria's power sector. Well, Nigerians, of course, will argue that we're yet to feel the benefits, you know, from that privatization. But you tell us, do you think we're on the right path? What did it really take to facilitate that process?
We've turned the corner in a major way. I mean, the center of gravity of the power sector in Nigeria has moved from government to the private sector. We don't expect to see a sort of miraculous improvement overnight, but there's a better alignment of goals, and already you have seen some green shoots, some early signs that the basis for improvement is slowly appearing, and people have finally started calling to say, oh, at long last we see that when there's a fault in a neighborhood and we report it, the distribution company actually comes to come and try and rectify the fault within a reasonable time. And they say thank you for that, because before they never had that. So my point is that is how improvement starts. So that I'm happy and I'm very pleased that we're seeing those early signs already. And it's my sincere hope that we can build on that and progressively help to improve the whole sector.
Talking about achievements, you've also been appointed a member of the board of Standard Bank. How does that feel?
Well, that too was a bit of a surprise, because I thought many years ago that I was winding down my banking career. So instead of winding down, I find myself being, I wouldn't say sucked in more, but being asked to come and play a different role, which is an Africa-wide role, or indeed almost like the global head of, you know, operations. And I guess that only came about because working with the bank group over the years, they probably both sides were happy to work together and felt there was a benefit in working together and that one could contribute. And it's because I'm not from South Africa, I'm obviously from Nigeria and so on. So it's also, for many Nigerians, it's reassuring that a bank that has its head office in South Africa, that has ambitions to be and to remain the largest bank in Africa with an African focus, sees the need to bring on board somebody from Africa, outside of South Africa, onto the board, so that for many Nigerians, it has confirmed to them that the bank is real and in its purpose when they say that Africa is the centerpiece of their